Good day, good people. Thank you for joining me for this new SVG creation tutorial here on the SVG Tuts YouTube channel. I am Phaedra Dion, and I am the owner and lead educator for sgbtuts.com. In this video, I am going to cover a question that was asked in a Facebook group that I am a part of. And the person wanted to know how to change the color of some of the text in a sentence. And when the question was asked, it made me think about these axioms that I'd been writing on my Instagram, or posting to my Instagram. And in some of them, I do change the color of the text so that it can be read two different ways. So this one says, the best way to honor yourself is to honor your truth and do what you love. When you are successful because you're living your passion, others will get it, or maybe they won't. Either way, you're responsible for your own joy. And then you can read it, a short version of it: honor yourself, honor your truth, do what you love. You're responsible for your own joy. So I thought this was like the perfect thing to use to demonstrate how to change some of the words in text. And I actually answered the question, but then I realized, you know what, this could be done in more than one way. So that's what this video is all about. So I am going to type all this out. Actually, I'm not going to type all this out because I'm lazy, but what I am going to do is I'm going to allow my Snagit application to use optical character recognition to get me this text. So I'll highlight it and choose capture, and then I'll right click on it and grab the text. I'm sure that I got the image somewhere in a Photoshop or Illustrator file, but I'm just kind of doing this on the fly, so I didn't actually do any prep. So forgive me if I too much. Okay, so the best way to honor yourself, and I'm just gonna pull this over so I can see how I broke it. Okay. The best way to honor yourself and honor your truth and do what you love. Bring this down. And I'm just putting this stuff on different lines. And then once I get it all on different lines, I can do the work. Let me click out and pull it in and over. And it looks like it's centering itself. It is. It's centering itself. Alrighty. Because you're living your passion. And this is a separate line. Others will get it, or maybe they won't. Either way, you're responsible. Let's bring this down to 60. And then I'm going to scooch it up. Scooch is one of my favorite words. It's a very technical term. So if you don't get it, if you don't know what it means, forgive me, but I always use scooch. Okay, so I'm gonna make it even smaller here because I want to duplicate it and put these side by side. And I'm going to make my box smaller. There we go. I'm gonna make the line spacing a little, give it a little breathing room there. Maybe like 4. And then close my bounding box up some so it'll take up less real estate. Let me see, maybe I got some spaces down there that I don't see. Yep, that's what it is. I got spaces down there that I don't see. Okay, and then pull it up. There we go, there we go. And I'll just bring it down to like this. And then what I want to do with this is I want to duplicate it. I'm going to duplicate it twice. Once. Once for now. Okay. So now that I have this, and this is the first way to change the color of the font. So what happens now is if I go to the color picker in operations and say change it to a green, and then say I want to change the honor yourself, honor your truth, do what you love, you're responsible for your own joy. If I want to just change some of the text, it's going to change all of the text because it's seeing it as one thing. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and undo, and then what I want to do is I actually want to ungroup the letters. And because I'm ungrouping the letters, I need to be real careful about what I'm moving, because now each of these letters is its own little thing. So this way I'm doing may not be the best way, but it works. Okay, so I am going to now try not to move things around like I'm really bad about doing. So I'm going to choose that word. I'm going to hold down shift and choose this word, and then I'm going to choose, oh, I'm sorry, forgive me, I'm thinking of Illustrator. So I'll do this one first, and I will change it to red. And then what I need to do is I need to go through and change all these to red. And I'm going to pause the video while I do that, so you don't have to suffer through me doing these one by one. Okay, so now I'm done. So now what I want to do is I want to get these black borders from around my letters. So I'm going to highlight all this, and I am going to group it, because I'm really bad about moving the wrong thing. And then with it all grouped, and I'm in the new version of Cricut Design Space, and it looks like it's freezing a little bit, I'm going to flatten it because I want to get rid of all those lines. Now, I could have picked a better font, of course, but I just, wanted to get through it. Now, the issue with this, the issue with doing it this way, where you ungroup all the letters so you can control them one by one, is what if I wanted to change this font? It is not a font to be changed, because each letter is its own individual text. So if I go back here, see the font panel doesn't come down. If I flattened it. So let me unflatten it, and then I will select it all. And notice the font panel just won't come back for me. But if I click one letter, oh, I got it grouped, ungroup. Okay. But if I just click one letter, then I get the font panel. There's no way that you're gonna want to do this one letter at a time. Okay, so you can do it this way. Just make sure that the font that you're using is the font that you want to use. So I'll group it back, and then yeah, it's still flat. Okay, so that's one way to do it. And the second way to do it, just for time's sakes, I am going to make the axiom shorter, or I could pick something shorter because I got a ton of them. Let's pick something with less. Okay, adversity is a truth serum. I'm gonna do that one. Okay, so I'll come over here to this one that I duplicated, and it's still all together, and I'm double clicking, and the new update to, there we go, adversity is a truth serum and favorite fields. Okay, so what I want to do with this is find a different font. So again, I'm going to pause so you don't have to go through all that with me. Okay, so what I also did was just went ahead and did all the letter spacing and line spacing and stuff, because you saw me do that here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this. I'll just go up to the very top of my layers panel, and for some reason with this latest update, this version 7.12, it is lagging and freezing, so bear with me please. Alrighty, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one and duplicate it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, which seems like a lot, but you'll see why I'm doing it 6 times. And 6. Okay, so I'm gonna take one, I'm going to go up to the control panel, which is what I call this thing, and I'm going to go to operation, and I'm going to choose the down arrow, and I'm going to make it a guide. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take all of these and put just one word in each text box, except for my name. I'll just keep my whole name, my name all together. Again, I'm going to pause. Well, I'll do one. So I'll just triple click or double click. Sometimes you have to triple click and delete everything I don't need. And actually, I'm not going to do, I'm going to keep the same color. So I'm going to do 1 and then 2, then 3, then 4. I duplicated it too many times, but that's okay because I always do that. I always make extra copies just in case I need them. Okay, so I'm pausing to make that happen. Okay, so now that I have these separated, I made my bounding box smaller. So let's do adversity. Let's make adversity red. Let's make is a maybe gray, and then truth serum. Let's make that green, because I kind of want to send messages with my colors. And then I'll just make my name black. Okay, so I made this guide here so that I can put this back together for all intents and purposes, putting it back together how I took it apart. And when you make your design, the guide doesn't print. That's one of the cool features of the guide. But if you don't want to see the guide after you do this, then you can come over here and just hide it. Okay, so now I have my new text. Adversity is a truth serum. And I will flatten it. I'll group it first, and then I'll flatten it to get the black borders from around it. And there we go. Those 2 ways, and these can go away. we have those two ways. So now we have these two ways to have a sentence and make some of the text one color and the other text a different color, or we could have, you know, multiple colors. And there actually may be other ways. Please, if you know of other ways, tell me down in the comments. Leave a comment so that other people who watch this video can see the way that you do it. And I am teaching, but I'm also still a learner. So you could help me out by teaching me something that I don't know. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching.